Welcome back to The Takeout. Thanks for hanging out with us. For just the third time in more than 5 decades, Iowa will have an open Senate seat in next year's midterm elections. Current Republican Senator Joni Ernst announced last month not running for re-election after serving 2 terms. Josh Turek joins me now. He is one of many Democrats seeking the nomination. He's a member of the Iowa State House of Representatives. Josh, great to have you with us. By the way, we'll invite all the other Democrats seeking the nomination on this program. Josh, the first one to say yes. So, Josh, you're first up. Question. If you were in the Senate now, today, would you back the Senate Democratic leadership's shutdown strategy or oppose it? Like, for example, John Fetterman.
Well, I am someone that believes that at its best, government can and should work for all. So I would say that I'm not a big fan of shutdown politics. Also, inevitably, it ends up affecting the most vulnerable in the society the most. I mean, you're talking about families that are on WIC, so that's infants and children that will be affected. It's families that are on SNAP benefits. And so, like in a state like Iowa, where the SNAP benefits, you have 90% of the families that are on SNAP are families that have children or individual with a disability, elderly, or the veterans. So it's always these individuals, the most vulnerable, to be affected. I also don't think it's a particularly good idea for us to be going into hurricane season and to having cuts to FEMA, or for that not to be working. But I also think that it's important to recognize that the subsidies to the ACA, that's going to have 120,000 Iowans that are going to see their health care cost significantly rise. And I think that that's important. And I think that health care and having affordable and accessible health care for all Iowans and all Americans is something worth fighting for.
Agreed. I can see your priorities in both instances. But in the Senate, as you know, choices are sometimes not nuanced. They're binary. You got to do one thing or another. So would you be voting with Republicans now to end the shutdown or with Democrats to keep it going?
In this particular case, I think I would vote with the Democrats because I do believe that having accessible and affordable health care for all is something that's worth fighting for. It's not only the 120,000 Iowans that are going to see their health care costs go up. This is in addition to what has already happened here in Iowa due to the big, beautiful bill, where you have 110,000 Iowans that are going to lose their Medicaid coverage. We're in a state here in Iowa where 1 in 5 Iowans are on Medicaid and 2 in 5 in the rural communities.
Josh, I want to ask you about something that has played significantly across the headlines in Iowa. The matter involving Ian Roberts, who's resigned as the superintendent of the Des Moines School Board, the most important and largest school board in the entire state. And implicated in both his hiring and what has or hasn't happened is one of your opponents in this race, Jackie Norris, who is the Des Moines School Board chair. To what degree does this matter involving Ian Roberts reflect on her capabilities? And what's your sense of what happened to Ian Roberts and the problems it's caused in Des Moines?
Well, it's an ongoing legal matter, and so I think it's important that we see the facts as they are and how it all plays out. I will say this, that we certainly need immigration reform, and this is someone, my wife is an immigrant. She was born in the Dominican Republic. We met in Spain during Trump's first midterm. We were denied her citizenship without even getting an interview. It was something that was incredibly costly to us. We spent thousands of dollars, one of the most stressful moments that I had in my life. Even once she became a citizen, she was twice pulled off the voter rolls out here. And so I'm someone that absolutely recognizes that we need an easier pathway to citizenship, that we need common sense immigration reform. And I would say, additionally, if you are illegal and you have come here and you have committed a violent crime, we don't want you here. But if you're living here and you're working hard and you're supporting your community, I think you should be welcome here in Iowa.
Very quickly, though, are you satisfied with the vetting or lack of vetting of Ian Roberts, whose own education credentials now appear not to add up at all? And in addition to his immigration status?
I think it is very troubling.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Josh Turek, I appreciate the time. Thanks very much.